Hello, and welcome to another edition of Sand Shark Bites. Feels like deja vu. Feels like we just did this.
Feels like we just did this, but
it's been weeks, but it feels like we just did this. I'm Justin Jarrett, Sports Information Director at USCB, joined as always by the Garth to my Wayne, James Duffy. Rock on, Duffy.
Party on.
Party on, party on, Duffy. No, we've been on a little hiatus. We've been a little busy with a lot of postseason action for the Sand Sharks, but the dust has settled. The season has finally wound down. We're still waiting on some final postseason awards and stuff to come in, but the competition is over. And what a spring season! What a 2015-16 school year for USCB. Every year it's great to be a Sand Shark, but it seems like it gets a little bit better every year.
It was real easy to have Sand Shark Pride this spring. Every team doing well in their postseason play. The track and/or field getting a lot of distinction here at Nationals. Everybody going to Nationals and doing well and looking good. Especially this spring. As we're trying to get through finals and then get through everything else, we had to schedule ourselves around a lot of postseason play. It was great.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that's always nice, and I guess the natural place to start is to talk baseball. That's kind of where we left off before we went into hibernation. But the baseball team, of course, hosting the NAIA opening round over in Savannah. And if you've been locked away someplace with no access to the internet, maybe you don't know. But Sand Sharks came up a little bit short in the bid to get back to Lewiston, Idaho. But it was a great tournament. In spite of all the rain that we had that week, we were able to get in all the games, which certainly there were times when that seemed like an uphill climb, like we might just send the #1 seed off to Idaho. We lost an entire day, and
I did not make it to every game, but this man was there sometimes as much as 15, 16 hours a day.
Oh yeah, every day.
Four games broadcasting.
There were 4 in one day. That was outrageous.
It was and our special assistant monkey Carlo,
our special friend Carlo Perusa,
and then we had visiting helper monkey as well,
yes.
With Big Bracken Lambert, who was in town.
Mm-hmm.
Always nice to have them.
But no, it was a great tournament. Went down to the last game, the if necessary game with #1 seed Campbellsville and #5 Point, and Point became the first #5 seed in NAIA history since they went to the opening round format in 2009 to go to the World Series. So that was kind of cool. Of course, we're gonna relive in horror for many years the way they got there, because USCB and Point were tied 5-5, I believe, 2 outs in the ninth, bottom of the ninth. And
I left.
Oh.
I left the stadium.
Oh, I didn't even think about it.
And I left.
The lightning came. We had to pull the tarp. We went and ate some food. I don't even remember what we had that day. Zunzi's or Wiley's Barbecue. Really, the food was the highlight of the week, and the baseball was secondary.
Yeah.
We came back from an hour-and-a-half delay and sent the same pitcher back out there. Blake Drew's our guy. He's been a stud all year, but an hour-and-a-half was just a little too long for him to cool off, and he just wasn't himself. And Point took advantage and won the game, and the rest was history. They went on and edged Campbellsville. They lost the first game to them, came back and beat them in game 2 to go to the World Series. But a great tournament, a great experience for us to have the tournament in a place like Grayson Stadium and see what that meant to so many people who came in from out of town and were able to see that ballpark for the first time.
And really
was very cool.
Great working with the city of Savannah and the Savannah Sports
Council. Savannah Bananas. The Mighty 8th Air Force Museum, which hosted our opening banquet, which was phenomenal. Everything was just awesome.
Yeah, it was a fantastic week.
Great experience. Hope we can do that again.
And again and again.
And again.
We should have it here next time.
Well, yeah, we would love to have it on campus. That, of course, requires some funding. But certainly, if you call Quinn Monahan, you can look him up on uscbathletics.com, send him an email, qmonahan@uscb.edu. I'm sure he would tell you how to fill out the check.
Or if you got just a big sack of cash lying around somewhere, just come drop it off in my office.
Absolutely. We'd love to host that tournament right here on campus.
That'd
be a lot of fun. Right here in Beaufort County, where where all those dollars, tourism dollars,
and to think about where the borderline runs, and actually where we plan to put it would be Beaufort County, where the dorms are in Jasper County.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that's fine. We'll partner up with Jasper County as well. We like them too. They're our friends as well.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can also host a softball opening round here.
All those things.
If we were a host this year, we wouldn't have had the agony of missing out on being in the national tournament by 2 spots, which was really tough to swallow. But given that about a month ago it looked like it was a total pipe dream for that to happen, what a great finish by the softball team. Young team, we've talked about it a lot, took their lumps early against a tough schedule, came on strong at the end, knocked Southeastern out of the conference tournament, and then went to extra innings in the conference championship game against Weber. Both those teams are now at the World Series.
12 innings, 7-6, and
I think there were two 12-inning games.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we played 52 innings in 3 days. I know that. It was outrageous. But yeah, Weber and Southeastern both representing the Sun Conference of the World Series, which is great to see. It's been a couple years since we've had anybody make it there, so great to see the conference getting the respect it deserves. And Southeastern was 1 win away from the championship game before they lost their first game. So now they try to fight back through the backside and make USCB and the Sun Conference look even a little bit better.
A lot of hardware coming home from that tournament as well.
We had a few all-conference players. Whitley Martin
and Abby Pack. And then the honorable mentions were Marissa Becker, Kayla Boyle, and
Missy Hughes?
No, pitcher
Ashley
Lehman. Thank you.
Missy Hughes got a Gold Glove.
Kayla
Boyle was the Freshman of the Year, a deserving recipient.
Haley
of that
Brown,
award.
also Gold Glove.
Haley Brown, a Gold Glover. Yeah, that very deserving of that.
Whitley
award
Martin,
as well.
Abby Pack, also Gold Glovers.
No, I don't think they picked a pitcher.
No, okay.
I think that's an all-conference. He can't read his own handwriting.
I can't read my own handwriting on the teleprompter there.
There was a lot of hardware.
Yeah.
And speaking of hardware, baseball brought home a bunch of hardware too. 10 guys all-conference, 5 first team, 5 second team. See if I can run through them. Tommy Estepari, Matt Kiyonka, Blake Drew, Jamie Strock, and John Gora, first team. Brandon Joyce, I'm going around the diamond. Cal Davis, Julio DePena, Justin Cortesis, and who am I missing? Second team. Dylan Yankel, second team. And then the
These are not academic honors, right? These are athletic honors.
Those were athletic
Just
honors.
making sure.
That was pure all-conference honors.
Yeah.
And then one more cherry on top, Nick Payne, the second COSIDA academic All-American in school history, not just program history, but school history, joining Ashley Morris last season, and hopefully more to come this year. Still got men's and women's golf and track and/or field academic All-Americans to be announced. So we got a few good candidates in there as well. Franzi Knoch, I would say, is a very strong candidate, as well as Betsy Douglas and a few others. So the accolades continue to roll in well past the wrap-up episode of Sand Shark Bites. So great season for baseball, great season for softball. It's always a great season for Sand Shark golf, and it certainly a couple weeks ago looked a little bleak for the men's team. They had a tough finish at conference. There's 6 without Judd Milam, who's the number 2 player on the team, and we thought, oh boy, there goes our chance to make it to nationals. But they got a bid, they went, they finished 8th without Seth Rockwell, who's another top 5 player. Had 2 freshmen playing out of the 5, and finished 8th at nationals. Very good finishes for Brad Kern and Judd Milam, who are 2 guys we're going to miss dearly.
Yeah, that's good. It's,
not just on the golf course, but their personalities as well.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
But Judd was right up there. He was 4th overall at one point.
Yeah, he was. He had a little bit of a tough finish. Brad finished strong and picked him up, and we shot under 300 the last 2 rounds to finish strong and finish 8th. The women also tied for 8th, which I think was a little bit of a disappointment for them, especially because the tournament was played in Pooler during that same time that we were having all those baseball rainouts.
Yeah, it was really rainy and windy, and they had a hard time getting in 36 holes.
Yeah, they only got in 36 of the 72, and that's what I think was frustrating for them, is they know if they could have played 36 more, they maybe could have made a charge and finished a little stronger. But for the second straight year, a Sand Shark on the all-tournament team, with our German friend Franzi Knoch making the all-tournament team, and that was her 10th top 10 finish in 11 events this season, and the other one she tied for 11th. So phenomenal season for her. She was named a first-team All-American for her trouble. Very deserving of that. She had a phenomenal season. Just amazing how steady and consistent she was all season. She didn't even shoot crazy low numbers. She was just perfectly consistent every round, never had a bad round.
And
That's how
if
you are on the
you're
golf
a
course,
golf
right?
player next year, make sure that you get your company to sponsor a hole at the
Yeah, there you go.
the fundraising golf tournament we have, and which was so much fun. To
That
help
was
be at.
also
the other day.
phenomenal. We had a great time. We gave away a Sand Sharks Yeti cooler. We gave away all kinds of prizes. Raised a lot of money for athletic scholarships, and had a great time. And I didn't hear anybody who didn't have a great time out there at May River Golf Club, Palmetto Bluff, most beautiful place on earth.
Oh, it's
or at least
fantastic.
among the top 5, and just a great time. So we appreciate all the support from our sponsors for that, and everybody who played. It was a great time. And
Track and/or field,
Track
making
and/or
big
field.
headlines.
yeah, we had 5 athletes go to nationals, Gulf Shores, Alabama. Unfortunately, only one All-American, but a bunch of close calls. Just
Yeah.
a bunch. Anthony Vecchio was 1 spot away, for example. Excuse me, I caught your cough. But the All-American,
Brandon.
absolute beast mode performance by Brandon Gordine.
Oh yeah.
He crushed his school record in the 110-meter hurdles. In the preliminaries, he beat it by almost a quarter of a second. And then, miraculously, a day later, he lowered it again. He ran 11.35, which is, or 14.35, excuse
I
me.
was gonna say.
14.71 had been his previous school record going into the week. So 14.35 in the 110 hurdles, finished 4th in the nation, and what a great capper to an awesome 4-year career for a guy who is Sand Shark through and through. We've really just enjoyed having him around here.
Yeah, I love these students that I had as freshmen. Now having been here a long time and having real success in what they came here to do, and get an education and make some records happen.
Yeah, so awesome to see Brandon go out on top like that. And then you go down the line, and again, Vecchio 9th in the steeplechase. Nick O'Neill 15th in that same race. So good showings for them. Vecchio so close to All-American honors. Would have loved for him to add that to cap an amazing career for him in both cross country and track and field. But
And he did get
was not
player
meant
of the
to be.
conference.
Yeah, he
or
was the track
athlete of the conference
of the meet,
of the,
which
of the meet
we
or of
may
the
have had a show since then.
top
I have
track
no idea.
athlete at the TSC
Yeah, at the Sun Conference
championship.
Championships,
Yeah, okay.
he was the top track athlete. So that
Yeah.
was phenomenal. Again, great career for him. He's got about a dozen school records that many of them will probably never be touched. He's had a phenomenal career here. Betsy Douglas unfortunately faded a little bit in her finals race. She was great in the prelim, qualified for the finals, looked like a shoe-in to be back-to-back All-American. Didn't have it on the finals race, but you know that's going to motivate her to come back and be better than ever next year. I'm 100% sure she'll be an All-American in cross country again next year, and probably in track and field as well.
And that's 4. We call it Gordine.
The only one we haven't
O'Neill,
gotten to is
Vecchio.
Soup, Taylor Superior.
Taylor Superior, who
so-
was injured all her soccer season.
Yeah, injured
didn't
her
get to
whole
play.
soccer season, never ran hurdles before, and she finished 20th in the nation in the 400-meter hurdles. That's pretty good.
That's all right.
That's pretty okay.
That's all right.
I'd
yeah.
say Bernard Gaither did a pretty good job coaching her up into a hurdler.
That's fantastic. And
So if you're a lanky, long-legged person who can run, and you've never run hurdles before, come see Bernard Gaither, and he'll hook you up. He'll make you a national caliber.
or if you just have any interest in like hurling something.
Yeah.
We've got all these students who just kind of out of nowhere get recruited to, hey, come throw this thing.
Yeah.
And
Throw this hunk of metal.
When
You
we
didn't
look
like
at
that
the,
one? Try this one.
at conference, yeah. Nathan Wagner, who
Nathan Wagner, school record holder in the javelin.
49
I don't
meters or something like that. I mean,
know.
just
Too many
the
numbers in my head.
first year of doing this, I think, throwing the javelin, wasn't it?
No, I think this was his third year,
his
but
third
he
year?
had,
Okay.
he had not done it until he was
I guess I just
recruited
hadn't been
off the
aware of it,
sidewalk
yeah,
out
yeah.
here, and became a contender in the conference and school record holder. Won the javelin at a few meets this season. Got some weekly Sun Conference honors. So yeah, it's awesome to see what Coach Kimball and his assistant coaches have done with some of those diamonds in the rough, and that's kind of the business we're in.
That's
at this level
USCB right
Yeah.
there. I mean, that's what we are.
Absolutely. Kids can come here who get lost somewhere else and they flourish.
We are the rock polisher of universities.
Absolutely.
Um,
At least you said rock.
yeah.
So that's about it for competition-wise. That's all that has happened on the field or track or golf course or what have you. It's been a whirlwind. It feels like just yesterday we were firing up this spring season, and now it's over, and I'm exhausted.
Yeah,
and
18
trying to
weeks
catch
kind of
up.
flips by just like that.
It
And then in
does.
another 11, we're back at it.
Yeah. Actually, you can go ahead and mark your calendar. August 26th will be the first home soccer game of the Sand Shark soccer game or season, Sand Shark soccer season. Finland Field, August 26th. I believe it's at either 6 p.m. or 5 p.m. You'll be able to check uscbathletics.com. I was literally in the middle of entering the schedule when I had to come over and shoot the show. But we'll be at home against, I believe, Montreat College, and that'll be August 26th. Mark your calendar. Come with your fins up. See some good old soccer. Actually, some breaking news that was not on
That's
our little
right.
rundown. Men's golf related. We've got some more All-Americans. Second team All-American honors for Brad Curran. Third team All-American honors for Judd Milam, which is great. Those guys
I'm telling you.
have phenomenal careers here, and we're definitely going to miss them in more ways than one. But happy to see them heading off into the sunset with some hardware.
That's right. They're both really good guys. We liked having them.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. So that's about all we've got.
Yeah, that wraps up the year.
Yeah.
Makes me a little sad.
Wow. Yeah. What are we gonna do? Wednesdays at 3 o'clock. We
Yeah.
nothing to do now.
But my calendar will still keep
yeah,
reminding
we'll
me.
keep the calendar reminder.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back in the fall. Try to fire it up early August and get you up to speed on all the new things going on with the Sand Sharks. Hopefully have some updates on facilities and all that stuff, and tell you all about the Sand Shark soccer team that is shaping up to be a really good one. I'm excited for that season already.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fun.
I'm looking
If
forward.
you're
to it.
allowed at the games this year.
Yeah, right.
We'll have to test the waters.
We'll see. I got a new bucket hat, so I'm ready to go.
Well, we'll be back in August. Hope you'll join us. Until then, watch these episodes on repeat. And, of course, keep your fins up.